All right, here I'm on my way over. It's Saturday. I think it's the 7th of September. It's going to be 103 today. Right now, currently, it says it's 98 degrees. I'm on my way out to warranty motor replacement. This is lady's birthday. It's a Saturday. I want to get her up and cooling if I can. It's 1:52. The motor came in yesterday, but didn't have anybody available to go out and do it, so I'm going to go do it. It's roof mount package in it. Should take me, I don't know, about 20 minutes to change it out. It's an in-warranty motor, so it'll just take a few minutes to do. Pretty simple. Show you a couple little tricks when we do this. One thing's for sure, got to check it out when you're done, because if the motor failed and it's still under warranty, why did it fail? This is an ECM motor. I have a suspicion we may have some high static. Right, here's the motor right here. And that's not an ECM motor, it's a straight PSC motor. I didn't open the box when I picked up the motor. So we're going to check at it. But one of the things you should always do is take a picture of which terminals the thing's tying into, so just so that you can remember. And so like we have orange is 1, brown is 2, black is 3, and it's on speed 5 for the red. So just remember which one's which, or take a picture, which is actually easier to do. Another little trick, I can't get my drill gun in there, so I'm going to use my angle driver to pull up the drills. I can get that into there and be able to get to that screw. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get the screw. So I can just pull it off that way. Okay, here's another tech tip. You can use your service valve wrench to do this nut here. So you can slide your service valve wrench on here and use it to loosen it. So you can break it loose and then undo it and then ratchet it back on. Makes it pretty simple to do by using your service valve wrench. So use your service valve wrench, it's a lot easier. So you can just take service valve, get it broke loose, and then you can do it by hand. Now on this one I'm going to clean the shaft up so it'll come off easier. I'm going to use a wire wheel to do that. So you take a wire wheel and you can clean the shaft up with a wire wheel, brush it all up so it's nice and shiny, and that'll make it easy to get it off. A little bit of oil should just pop right off. Just take your little wire wheel, put it on your drill, run it around, clean it up. So once you got it cleaned up, you got it all shined up nice and shiny, the shaft will move right off of there. It's not going to have to come off. So yeah, just use a little wire brush. It'll take care of it. And I just got to unbolt the motor. Here's another quick trick. What I'm going to do is note where it's oriented on the whole assembly, where the thing is. So when I put it back, I don't have to think about it. So I'm just going to mark where my terminals come in. All right, clean, simple. So the next step now is we got to remove. I got to remove the grounding screw right here, and then I've already got the right size socket for it, and it's just a cheap set from Harbor Freight. I don't buy expensive tools like that. And then so I'll just wrench this, be able to get this right off with my impact drill. Pull off my 1/4 inch here real quick. Just do it. Okay, that's done. Now I just got to switch this out to my impact wrench, which, let me do that real quick. Okay, so I got this. Now I'm just going to take and just undo these off. Pull them right off. And don't have to remove them. Just leave it right on the mounts. And should be good to go. Okay, now I just got to slide the motor out. Put the new band, or the band back on it. Slide the one out and put the new motor in and set it into place, and then set it back and get it up there and done. All right. Oh, by the way, the squirrel cage is relatively clean. I'm going to brush it real good, but it doesn't need a wash or nothing. Typically want to put the belly band back in the same spot. So these motors are exact replacement. It's an OEM motor. So what I'm going to do is mark on the note that it's right there at the bottom, just below the air vents on the motor. So I'm going to position the other in the same spot, okay? And a lot of times it's easier when you orientate your motors and you get them all set up that you have them setting the same way, so you get everything oriented correctly. So I have that oriented the same as this one. All I just got to do is loosen that up on the belly band. I got the new motor position. It's not perfectly lined up where it was before, but it's going to be fine. Wires are more than long enough to reach. I just need to screw it all together, tighten up my bolt and my set screw, make sure the wheel's centered, brush the wheel real quick, and then remount it. So if your set screw is not centered, what you want to do is you want to take your crescent wrench, put it on the shaft, and rotate it, and typically it'll just, all you got to do is just put it on there, and you can just turn the shaft to where it's centered with it, and it's right on the set screw. So in this case I'm going to go that way, and now it's on there. I'm going to tighten the set screw up a little bit so that it doesn't move, and now then what I'm going to do is I'll center it. I got to center it because it's off to one side. If we see here, if we look at it right here, we can see that this side's got a big gap, this side's tight to the thing. We're going to center that in the shaft, and then we can tighten up the set screw. Okay, the set screw's nice and tight now, and we've got it centered inside the on the blower wheel, so we've got the same gap on either side. There's no chance of it rubbing. It's spinning on its own, spinning freewheeling, so it's doing pretty good. Just the breeze up here on the roof. So yeah, that should work. Just got to go slide it back in, plug it in. Let's check her out. Okay, I'm still going to cycle this on and off via the thermostat. I've got it plugged in now, and I've got the blower cage open, make sure it's going to run the right way before I go too far. But I'm going to jump the red and the green to get the blower to come on. So here's my red wire right there, and here's my green wire. So, and this is red and green coming out of the unit, so I know that's my fan. So the fan comes on. Okay, so I know it's rotating, and I can see that. Check for any wobble. I don't see any wobble. A little bit of wobble, not too bad. More than I'd like, but I don't think it's going to destroy it. And I did brush that squirrel cage too, forgot to show that. But I gave it a good brushing. It's not super dirty. Let's check rotation. So we're just going to move our jumper wires real quick and just make sure that's rotating the right way. We have an arrow. So your arrow shows it's going that way, and it looks like it's spinning in the right direction. It's slowing down. It might look like it's going backwards on the camera, but that's just the frame rate. But it looks like it's spinning the right way. Let it slow down on its own. I don't like sticking my fingers in there. I get cut half the time when I do that, so just let it slow down naturally. And yeah, it's spinning the right way. Yeah, it's hard to tell. The frame rate looks like it's just sitting still right now, but it's still spinning. Now it looks like it's spinning backwards on the frame rate. There it goes. Now it's spinning the right. Now you'll see, yeah, it's slowed down. It's just a frame rate illusion. It is spinning the right direction. That's perfect. Yeah, we're right at 83 degrees on the return, so we're right at a 20-degree split. Okay, so yeah, okay, there we are. We're right at that's the supply side, so that's 63 degrees. 83 on the returns, or 20-degree split. Everything's working pretty good on this one. I'm not going to go much farther on it because it's just a warranty motor. Here's a quick tech tip, and this happens quite often. The screws get stripped out on these, so they use their impact wrenches on it, and that screw's stripped out. It won't hold. So what I'm going to do is I usually carry some screws from units that we've torn apart that we're hanging on to. I'll save some screws, throw them in a little tin for me. And so I've got a couple of 5/16 screws that have slightly larger threads. Should thread right in there, so I don't have a problem. Oh, one other tip. These panels get really hot. It doesn't hurt to have a pair of gloves, because when they get really hot, they'll burn your hands here in the sun. It's 102 outside right now, and yeah, that'll do it every time. So get a pair of gloves and wear them when you're working on these units. All right, here's what I'm talking about. This is the bigger 5/16 screw. Oh, gotta put it right way. Perfect. Now this panel's nice and secured. Yes, they're gonna have to get their 5/16 inch nut driver out when they do it, and they'll be cussing me out, but hey, at least the panel's on. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.